Greetings! It is I, Foolish. After an extended absence, there's been some changes, as you can tell. First of all, well, it may look ghastly. I'll find out when I replay the video, but I've retained the right to bear arms. I think the only thing that's left now is just scar tissue. We'll all get used to it. The second thing is, look, I took about a foot of my hair off. That is, it's actually not an exaggeration. I think I cut it a little too short this time, but, funny thing about ugly hair, it grows out. And I don't really care. I'm not the one who has to look at it, right? Alright. We're already starting. I was going to ask Morgan to fill you guys in. You know? Tell you guys what have been, what's been going on. But she's already 2 steps ahead of me, as usual, you know? That's why she's the brains behind this operation. I will say I did learn this valuable lesson. If you have a dog, alright, and maybe that dog is active and mobile now, but plan ahead for a possible disaster where, I don't know, maybe the dog is not expected to live past 10, but makes it to a lively and feisty 14, runs around like a jackass and injures himself, let's say, hypothetically. Treat yourself to one of those dog carriers, you know? You can sling them over your shoulder, you can use them at the airport, maybe a stretcher if you have a 2-man team in your house and your dog is one of the larger species of puppy. Just go ahead and get one for the possibility that your dog may be banished from up and down stairs, for example. Like my puppy has been. 14, I mean, that's, we don't, in this house, we don't do purebreds. I find, in humans and animals, I'm a huge fan of biological diversity, where you have 2 different, you know, breeds mix in, and so they get the strength of each of the breed, right? But we inherited Marley. He's a purebred pit. So, an actual pit, like an American pit bull, not a staff mix, not those big, what is that other? He's a pure American pit bull. So, he doesn't have the advantage of perhaps like a Labrador set of strengths, or what I'm saying is the dog is allergic to grass. And I don't know what kind of dog, I've never even heard of such a thing, but it's the truth. Morgan, do we have 2 more, or is this it? Anyway, I realize in a foster situation, you may not have a choice of size, you know, you just fall in love with a dog. But I would also caution you that either you need to get stronger, or you need to get a smaller dog if you find that you would be unable to lift that dog if something were to happen, let's say tomorrow. If your dog is too heavy for you to lift, I would strongly recommend that you start a strength training program, which doesn't require equipment. You can do just body weight stuff, calisthenics. When I talk about building strength, I'm not talking about it to go into beast mode and to brag to all your coworkers about how you hit a certain amount of weight on your deadlift. When I talk about building strength, I talk about it because life requires it. If your dog is too heavy for you to lift today, right now, and something were to happen to the dog, you would be unable to provide aid. Same with a human. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Morgan. That's probably the fourth time I've gotten that. Thank you. When I talk about building strength, it's because I know that shit happens. Happens all the time. Regardless of whether we want to avoid thinking about possible disasters, what I like to do is say, okay, what's the worst thing that could possibly happen? And then let me just prepare for that. And you know what? I never get caught. I never get surprised. Well, not never. Rarely do I get surprised. Because I've already had a contingency plan lined up. Life is full of disaster. I don't care how spiritual you are. I don't. It's not whether disaster happens. A lot of times it's not even by your own hand. It's just because if we're here to learn, that means we're here to deal with deal with challenges and improve ourselves during that process. I watched a fascinating talk by Damien Eccles on the 4 ordeals. It's about an hour long, but it's worth it. And he talks about tarot a little bit in there. He is a magician, and what I'm going to say about magic is what I've said repeatedly, is that it's there to help you burn off stuff that you don't need. It's not really any different than any other methodology or system of spiritual practice. But for those that require a pattern to follow, a ritual to follow, steps to follow, you might get more from that than you would from just a simple meditation practice where you're kind of like, all right, now what? Ritual also, the way that he teaches it is physical, so your body and your mind is getting in there and they're working together. It's the benefit of Tai Chi, Qigong, right? It's no different. Anyway, his talk on the 4 ordeals, I was like, yeah, I knew I wasn't crazy. I mean, I'm crazy, but not about that. Alright, so let's see what Morgan has to say. A little update. Nice to see you guys. Did you miss me? This happened. That's right, Morgan. The Hangman. Seeing something differently, a new outlook or perspective leads to clarity and or insight. Like it do. A time for observation, not action. Exactly. That's what's been going on, actually. A lot of postmortems, a lot of where are we going to go from here, A lot of getting used to recent changes, major changes. A lot of decompressing, a lot of, let's not get in the mix just yet. Let's just sit quietly and observe. Suspend, postpone, pause, wait in limbo, in between. Right. That's right. Stop struggling against things out of your control. Surrender. Sacrifice. Give something up for a higher cause, the greater good, or for future benefit. I haven't figured that one out yet, but, I'm open to that. My hair, maybe. A foot of hair. Maybe that was my sacrifice. Oh, dear. Six of Cups reversed. I'm not a sentimental person. I've heard this quote once. I don't know who said it. Sentimentality is unearned emotion. I don't know who said that, but I was like, I can at least see where that person's coming from. I don't spend a lot of time sitting around thinking about the past because I don't want to do a nostalgia con, which I've discussed before. Just being around this group of people who, they forget to make new memories because they're still hung up on the old ones, which, by the way, you tend to take a lot of creative license with. So I try not to ever do that. Yeah, like here. Vapid sentimentality, inaccurate assessment of past events. Yeah, exactly. Clinging to the past, bad memories. No, I mean, I don't know what this is about. I try to stay here, not there or there, Like if I keep it together here, then there is going to take care of itself for the most part. All right, 10 of Wands, rods. 10 of Sticks. Nice. More work, added responsibility, willingly taking it on, having personal control over many things, capable of handling it. That's right. Knowing you've almost reached your goal and pushing through. Don't lose sight of the path you're on for the reason why you started your endeavor in the first place. Yeah. Accurate. Morgan has not lost her touch. Yeah, I haven't, just been very disconnected, not in a bad way, obviously. I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised the Hermit didn't pop up. Alright, here's the Sun. Oh! Weird, because I don't do this. In fact, I make an effort not to do this. Ignoring and avoiding anything negative or problematic. Putting a positive spin on something that is neutral or negative. Overexposed. Well, maybe because she's talking about how my arms are out. I mean, it took a lot for me to decide to come on here with short sleeves. I know what it looks like up close. But if it looks okay on film, then I will. On film, oh my god. What is this? The Silent Pictures video. If it looks okay on video, then I'll just, I won't care about my sleeves. Ace of Wands. New excitement or enthusiasm. Passion ignited, go for it. Not yet. I'm still in a holding pattern. Something's telling me just be still. Be still. Bursting with energy. Motivation, inspiration, creative spark of energy. Starting a new project or endeavor. Take action, do it, move. An opportunity for growth. Isn't everything an opportunity for growth, though? I mean, let's be real. That's not too bad. But, yeah. I think I'm just going to not get nutty and just take care of business. Puppy, he's going to, we're having to reconfigure the way that we do almost everything. Our stretcher hasn't showed up yet, so We let him go upstairs supervised, like at night, because I don't want to lock him out of our room. You know? I mean, I just feel like he's always slept with us. And his little house has like a little heating pad in it, you know? Um, but to bring it downstairs, we basically... I'm trying to train him to get to the chopper. That's the command. Because I don't want to say, hey, you want to go for a ride? Because that's what we do to get him in the car to go to the vet. So I just say, get to the chopper. He got on this sheet sideways. That's important. Okay? Because if he's going to roll, I don't want him to pitch forward while he's going down the stairs. I want him to, you know, roll side to side. So as I get to the chopper, Goat tells him to lay down on the sheet. And then we picked up the sheet and we just carried his ass downstairs. And then he stays downstairs until it's time to go up again, and then we'll just, yeah, we can't, we have to take him around. He can't go down the deck stairs. So it's been a lot of that, just figuring that out. And, you know, I don't have, we'll figure it out. It was very upsetting watching, one of your creatures be injured. That was the other thing. Tend to process stuff all by myself. I'm not gonna come on video and just start talking about that and then crying and then scrapping the video and then, yeah, it's just a waste of time. Anyway, nice to see you guys. Camp Foolish. Camp Foolish is always gonna go on hiatus on occasion because things pop up, things need to be done. Gotta take care of business, right? But it's nice to see you guys. And I will see you another time.